Diversion 7, the best two words in sports. One win isolates the Cleveland Cavaliers from their fourth sequential excursion to the NBA Finals. To arrive, they should be the primary group to oust the Boston Celtics at home, where they are 10-0 these playoffs. Before Game 7 hints off, a glance at the choices and changes each group is confronting. An existence without Love. Kevin Love left Game 6 only 5 minutes into the activity in the wake of impacting no-holds-barred with Jason Tatum. With Love precluded for Game 7, anticipate that Boston will backpedal to beginning Marcus Morris once again. Aaron Baines. After Boston was a +12 in Games 5 and 6, when Baines Al Horford imparted the floor to Love Tristan Thompson, they were outscored by 8 focuses in the 6 minutes the team imparted the floor to Thompson and Jeff Green. This prompted Brad Stevens pulling the connect rapidly on Baines rapidly to the second half, playing him just 3 minutes, and not again until the point that refused time. Some portion of the reason Baines remained tied down to the seat is his battles to watch the athletic Larry Nance Jr. Baines and Nance have shared the floor for 40 minutes in the arrangement, and the Celtics are an astounding 19. With Nance playing the last 13 minutes of Game 6, Boston uncovered Greg Monroe as opposed to backpedaling to Baines. From Cleveland's point of view, Love's non-appearance additionally messes up the plans. In the principle, a large portion of this implied playing Green 15 back-to-back minutes in 17 of the last 19. In any case, Ty Lue was compelled to open the fourth quarter with a lineup of Nance, LeBron James, Kyle Korver, J.R. Smith, Jordan Clarkson that had shared the floor for only 14 minutes this year, all in the standard season. The Cavs must be watchful playing Green and Thompson together. Regardless of them going +5 of every 16 shared minutes in Game 6, the outcomes have been unpleasant all through the playoffs. Cleveland could consider beginning Korver rather than Green to enhance dispersing. However, that lineup has just played 10 minutes together in the regular season and playoffs consolidated, +8. What's more, that would leave Korver guarding Jaylen Brown, a matchup Cleveland has endeavored to maintain a strategic distance from. Dark-colored has 45 focuses on 17 to 36 shooting, 61% more than his per 100 belonging normal. Boston has a 110 hostile rating in these minutes. Shooting from deep. Another potential entanglement of the Thompson-Green combo is the absence of shooting. It leaves Cleveland on the floor. The Cavs have only a 104.7 ORTG in the 128 minutes the pair has shared the floor in the playoffs, to a great extent because of frightful 30.3% shooting from 3. Cleveland completed Game 6 with only 22% of its shots originating from downtown, a rate that positioned in the 8th percentile for any single amusement this season. In the minutes Thompson and Green shared the floor, the Cavs endeavored only 15.4 three-pointers per 36 minutes, a rate that would have completed dead toward the end in the regular season. Indeed, Game 6 was the first in the arrangement where the group that shot better from 3 did not win. This does not look good for a group that has shot only 25.3% from somewhere down in TD Garden, including an appalling 0-11 from J.R. Smith. The two groups in the arrangement have made better looks on their particular home courts, and the capacity to thump down open looks, protector 4 to 6 feet away, has been basic to progress. Cleveland should figure out how to make better looks from downtown to pull off a triumph in Game 7. Street. George Hill posted an arrangement high for him, 10 drives in Game 6. He shot 4-4 and got to the line once, scoring 10 focuses. He's arrived at the midpoint of only 4 drives for each amusement in Boston, scoring a sum of only 9 focuses on 2-4 shooting, 3-4 from the line. In the arrangement, Hill is averaging 15.3 focuses per amusement on 53.1% shooting at home, yet only 5 focuses per diversion on 30.8% shooting in Boston. One clarification for this inadequacy is a drop in utilization rate as Cleveland has expanded its matchup chasing inclinations from Quicken Loans Arena. Sloat has a 16.7% use rate at home, 5th on the Cavs, and a 9.8% utilization rate out and about in the arrangement, 9th on the Cavs. Truth be told, Hill's decrease in use rate out and about is the most noteworthy on the Cavaliers in the arrangement. Slo posted a 22.1% utilization rate in Game 6, his most astounding of the playoffs, on the way to scoring an effective 20 focuses on 15 shooting belonging. He was 3-3 at the edge, 2-3 from floater range and 2-3 on mid-range jumpers. The Cavs have scored 1.12 focuses per ownership when Hill is the ball handler in pick and roll, a check that positions second in the playoffs behind just Kyle Lowry. Be that as it may, the recurrence of these plays has fundamentally diminished out and about. In the 3 home amusements against Boston, Cleveland has scored 1.09 focuses per play on 7.7 Hill pick and rolls per diversion. In Boston, that number drops to 0.92 focuses per play on only 4.3 Hill pick and rolls per amusement. Returning the ball in Hill's grasp, particularly if Love misses the diversion, will be basic in giving LeBron his Robin in TD Garden. LeBron James in Game 7. LeBron James is 5-2 in Game 7s in his vocation, including 5 sequential triumphs since 2012. In these amusements, he has arrived at the midpoint of 34.9 focuses, 8.9 bounce back, 6 helps, 2.1 takes and 0.9 squares for each diversion, while playing 45 minutes for each diversion. After a mind-blowing 44-point execution in Game 6, James is averaging 33.3 focuses, 8 bounce back and 8.3 helps for every diversion in the arrangement on 53% shooting, 42% from 3. Be that as it may, even James has had his battles in TD Garden hitherto. He is averaging only 27.7 focuses on 47.8% shooting, 27.3% from 3, and an unattractive 6.3 turnovers for each diversion out and about in the arrangement. Cleveland tried to assault Jason Tatum protectively in Game 6, a matchup where James has discovered a wide range of achievement. James has 27 focuses, 105.6 focuses per 100 belonging, superior to anything his season normal, on 11-13 shooting, 164.6% more shot endeavors per 100 belonging than his season normal. On the 19 belonging, Tatum has safeguarded him in the arrangement. Focusing on Tatum protectively enabled Cleveland to abuse a matchup the Celtics won't kick out switch, dissimilar to when Terry Rozier is entrusted with checking James on a switch. At last, James is only one amusement far from a trek to his 8th back-to-back NBA Finals. What's more, with Houston only one win far from ousting Golden State in the West, James likely notices blood in the water. Expect a creature diversion from him with the season on hold. Be that as it may, as it has such a significant number of times in these playoffs, it will come down to, regardless of whether his colleagues join the party.